What's up guys, SuperSaf here, and this is the brand new 2021 M1 powered 24-inch iMac. One of the first videos with this in the world, so a thumbs up would be appreciated. Now, as you saw from the introduction as well as the iMac, you do get some paperwork as well as a single Apple sticker. There's a power lead as well as a power adapter. Now, the power adapter you can also get with a Gigabit Ethernet port, but that's not on the base model. You'll have to pay a little bit extra for that. But the cable is braided and it attaches magnetically to the iMac, which is pretty cool. Then you get the Magic Mouse as well as a Magic Keyboard. Now, once again, the base model iMac does come with the standard Magic Keyboard, and if you do want the Magic Keyboard with Touch ID, which I would definitely recommend, then you will have to either pay extra or go for one of the upper models. We'll look at all of the different models available later on in this video. And finally, you get a braided USB Type-C to Lightning cable, which will be used to charge the Magic Keyboard as well as the Magic Mouse. The Magic Mouse still has the Lightning connector here at the bottom, which I don't think is the best place for it. When it's charging, you won't be able to use it. Anyway, so that's everything that you get inside the box. I've had this for around about a week now, so I can share with you all of the features as well as my experience. First thing we have to talk about is the design. I mean, this thing is impossibly thin. It's just 11.5 millimeters thick, so just over a centimeter. And every time I look at it, I mean, I'm looking at it from this angle. Let me see, look at that. It's just, look at that. It almost disappears when you see it on its side. I'm so impressed with this design, and it looks really good. It's available in 7 different colors: green, yellow, orange, pink, purple, blue, and of course silver, which is the version I went for because I mean, it suits my style, right? I generally like to go for some more plain styles. And I mean, I wish they had a matte black version because that's definitely the version that I would have gone for. But anyway, this is supposed to be a device that's not just going to be tucked away in the corner on a wall. It's supposed to be a device that really kind of complements the rest of your space. So you could have it in your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom, your office, and it could be something that you can kind of walk around and really appreciate from all angles. Right, now let's move over to the front. So we do have the beautiful 24-inch 4.5K Retina display. Now technically it's 23.5 inches, but it is rounded up for the naming. But yeah, this is a beautiful display. It's really sharp. It's got P3 wide color gamut, 500 nits of brightness, and we have over 1 billion colors. I mean, I really don't think you're going to be disappointed with this display. It's a very nice display. Now, the front design, we do have a single sheet of glass, which does have an anti-reflective coating, and we've got this chin, which we are used to seeing on iMacs. Personally speaking, I don't mind it too much. This is where all the internals sit. So we've got the chipset, we've got the fans as well as the speakers. Now, I've seen a lot of people kind of talk online that they would have preferred to have a slightly thicker iMac, so a lot of these components could be pushed back and actually not have the chin, so have uniform bezels all around, which I think would have looked really cool, because from the front of the device, it just looked like a screen, right? And it would be a full-fledged computer that just looks like a screen. That would have been absolutely awesome. But I mean, I really don't mind it too much. There's no Apple logo here now. There's just one at the back. I would have liked to have had a small Apple logo here. I mean, you've got the sticker. Let's try that out. Let's see how that sticker would look if you were to put it here at the front. Yeah, it's a bit too big. It actually wouldn't look good. Yeah, you might have to get a smaller Apple sticker if you do want the Apple logo at the front. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, I don't mind this chin too much. But then we've got white bezels. Now, this is something that I'm not too keen on. Generally speaking, when you have a display, the reason why you have black bezels, it's because when you're viewing content, the bezels kind of get lost in the background. They don't actually get any of your attention. And I guess Apple kind of want to frame the iMac as a device that's going to be sitting in your home. But personally, I would have liked to have had black bezels. The white bezels do stand out if you switched all the lights off and you're watching a movie, for example. And you know, this is great to watch movies on, especially with the sound system, which we'll be talking about a little bit later. To me, those white bezels really stand out, which I am not a fan of. So I would have liked to have had black bezels. Now let's talk about what really makes the iMac possible in its form factor and how it's so thin. And that is the M1 chip. So the M1 chip, we've already seen it in the MacBook Air, the 13-inch MacBook Pro, as well as the Mac Mini. And we will also be seeing it on the new iPad Pro, which I'll be covering on the channel very soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Make sure you have subscribed and hit that bell icon so you don't miss that. Around 60% of you watching have not subscribed. I mean, what is all that about? Go ahead, subscribe. You know you want to. But anyway, the M1 chip. You must have heard lots of praises about the M1 chip. I've been super impressed with it myself. It's not only very efficient, but it's also very, very powerful in a very compact form factor. So one of the reasons why they've been able to make this so small is because lots of your different components have all been combined onto this M1 chip, and it also requires less cooling. So that really gives you a lot more scope when it comes to designing these products. It also doesn't generate too much noise, and this thing is like absolutely silent. You can see that I've got it on here and you cannot hear it whatsoever. And even if you're doing some more intensive tasks, it's really pretty silent. You don't notice it much, and this is something that I really do like about the iMac. It of course comes with macOS Big Sur. And in my experience over the past week, I mean, I've thrown a lot of things at it. Lots of tabs open on Safari. Adobe Photoshop is now even more optimized for M1, and it's been running very smoothly. Final Cut Pro X, you can actually have 5 4K videos running simultaneously, or even edit 8K video, which is insane. Now, if you are a pro user, I've got a feeling that they have to have a 27-inch iMac coming soon, right? They have to, and I'm assuming that's going to be more powerful, so you might want to wait for that. But generally speaking, most users that this is targeted towards, this is going to be absolutely fine. Okay, let's talk about some of the other improvements on the new iMac. So Apple have said that this has the best camera on any Mac, the best mics on any Mac, as well as the best speakers on any Mac. So it ticks all the boxes. Firstly, the FaceTime HD camera. Finally, it's 1080p. I always complain about 720p FaceTime HD cameras on the MacBooks, but having 1080p here is amazing. But it's not only about the resolution, and that's because thanks to the M1, you also get the M1 ISP. What is an ISP? It's an image signal processor. Basically, whatever this records, it then goes over to the image signal processor, and then the M1 does its magic. So you get great dynamic range as well as better low light performance. And this is such a massive improvement. Here's an example. So here's a quick test for the 1080p FaceTime HD camera on the new iMac. We are in room lighting, so a very regular call. And this, just for a comparison, is the 720p FaceTime camera on my 16-inch MacBook Pro. Back to the iMac, and I mean, I can really tell a difference here myself. Let me know what you guys think. And for the mics as well, so you heard what the sound was like. So you do have a studio quality 3 mic array system. Now this is designed to reduce feedback and also ignores background noise to focus on your voice. So of course, over the past year, we've all been doing lots more video conferencing and calls. So having these improved cameras with the improved mics is a big, big plus. And the speakers, these sound really, really good. So we have a 6-speaker sound system with 2 pairs of force cancelling woofers, and each pair is balanced with a high performance tweeter. Spatial audio is also supported, as well as Dolby Atmos. Now, if you're watching any content on here, I mean, the sound, it's absolutely great. If you've got some music on in the background while you're working, it's awesome. Very, very good quality speakers here on the iMac. Right, now what about the ports and connectivity? So you do have Wi-Fi 6 with Bluetooth 5.0. For the ports, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack here at the side. Now, all of the iMacs do come with 2 Thunderbolt USB 4 as standard, and these can give you up to 40 gigabits a second data transfer. And you can get a version with 2 additional USB-C ports, which have USB 3 up to 10 gigabits a second. There's a power connector, which attaches via magnets. And you can get the Ethernet ports on the power adapter. Now with the accessories, you can get them color matched. So if you get a blue iMac, you can get a blue keyboard as well as a blue mouse, which is nice with the consistency. And the Touch ID keyboard is something that I absolutely love. So the Touch ID button is in the top right-hand corner. And this allows you not only to unlock your iMac as well as use it for payments and things, but also I think the coolest thing is the ability to switch user profiles just via Touch ID. So if this is used as a family computer, for instance, if you've got your kids, you could have their own Touch ID. So as soon as they scan their fingerprint, then they'll be logged in to their own profile, which is, I think, really, really cool. Right, now finally, let's look at the pricing and the different options that you have available. So the iMac does start at £1,250 in the UK and it's $1,300 in the US, which I do think is a reasonable starting price. And the base model does come with a 7-core GPU. It comes with a base of 256 gigabytes of storage, configurable up to 1 terabyte, 8 gigabytes of RAM, configurable up to 16 gigabytes. It does have just the 2 ports. It comes with the standard Magic Keyboard. If you do want the one with Touch ID, you will have to pay £50 or $50 more. And the power adapter does not have the Ethernet port as standard. If you do want that, that's going to be £30 or $30 more. The base model also only comes in 4 colors: the blue, the green, the pink, and the silver. Now, if you do go for the models above that, they will be available in all of the 7 colors, and they come with an 8-core GPU instead of a 7-core GPU. They can be configured all the way up to 2 terabytes of storage with 16 gigabytes of RAM. And they have the 2 additional USB 3 Type-C ports. They also come with the Ethernet port on the power adapter included, as well as the Magic Keyboard with Touch ID. And these start at £1,450 or $1,500. And that is the 2021 24-inch iMac. I gotta say, overall, I am very impressed just with the overall design, how slim it is, the performance, the display, the improved cameras, speakers, mics. And I think it's gonna tick a lot of boxes for a lot of people, especially if you're gonna be using this in and around home with the family. That's what I think anyway. What do you guys think? Do drop me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do smash that like button for me. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss future coverage. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.